Next to Kim is George Phillips, he's running for state representative from the 25th district. I'm sorry, 60th district. But he is unopposed in the primary, so he's not sweating it. I think he's voting for himself, and that should do it. Okay, I wanted to make one other comment about youth and experience. Okay? There have been some folks who've expressed concern about perhaps some of our candidates not having enough experience, haven't been around long enough. But I want to tell you about a state school board representative that we elected 2 years ago. Her name is Sarah Fowler. How many of you know Sarah Fowler? She's 23. The one gentleman has neckties older than her. Now, which of the two more experienced opponents that she had would you rather have in office? Neither of them. Because, number one, she's a conservative, she's a Christian conservative who knows what she believes in, and she's willing to stand up for it. I would trade that for any kind of experience. Because if you have experience but you don't have character and you don't have those values, that experience means nothing. What it means is you get a bunch of people in Washington who don't pay any attention to us. Now, how many of you have called the office of an elected official to try to get him to vote in a way that you would like him to vote? Okay? How much different is that than begging and pleading? In most cases, there's not much difference. Where you're begging and pleading for your elected official to do what is right. Now, how many times have we had to call Sarah Fowler to tell her to do what's right? She is telling us what's going on in Columbus and letting us know where she needs support to do the right thing. Try to get the school board to do the right thing. That is the type of candidate that we need to elect, and we need to work to elect. Kim Laurie is, I'm going to guess that she's the youngest of all the people back there.
I'm 10 years older than Sarah Fowler, okay?
Okay. But, and I heard recently someone describe her in this way. She is a fireball conservative. That is the type of person we want in the county commissioner's office, because she will stand up to those Democrat commissioners. And it's not going to be a romp in the park where there are two Democrat commissioners and one conservative. My guess, going to be heads butting a lot of time, and she's going to be outvoted 2-1. But she will stand up for us and represent us. And she will let us know what's going on. Because right now, everything in that office takes place behind closed doors, and you get an orchestrated 3 votes against none for everything that's out in public. So, all right. Now I have to apologize because I missed some candidates. I know there are at least a couple other candidates, several other candidates here this evening. And we have one that's running for State Central Committee, Denise Verdi. Denise does not have a lot of experience as in the State Central Committee. She will, I'm sure she will, fairly readily tell you that. But she is we the people, and she will represent we the people. Now, she is running from the 25th district, so that's the Willowick, Eastlake, Willoughby, Lakeline, Timberlake, and some other parts of Lake County. Now we also have several folks who are running for precinct committee. So if you are running for precinct committee, would you please stand? Okay, I just want to mention your names, so remain standing. Joe Faycult in Willowick, Vern Paholke in Eastlake, Nancy Keith in Menor, Greg Sasse in Menor. Denise is actually running for precinct committee in Timberlake, and Dave Black just sat down. I think he's still running he's not running. Okay. Carol Lindros is running for precinct committee in Paynesville Township. Nancy Milanich in Paynesville Township as well. Did I get everybody? Oh, and Kim Laurie is running in Willoughby for precinct committee as well. Hey. Oh, Joan, who is sitting right there next to Jim, or will be later. Will she be here later? Okay. All right. With that, our speaker is here, and I actually covered the things that I intended to cover, so that's good. We will take.
Have the politicians spoken yet?
They have not.
Put them up first, then we'll be ready.
All right. We will hear. We're going to take a couple of minutes for Kim Laurie and for Matt Lynch to say hello. You want to come up front? And Kim and Matt will both be here for after the meeting, so if you'd like to get a chance to talk to them, ask them questions, they will be available.
Okay, I agree with everything Chuck just said. First, I want to give a huge thank you to everybody who's been helping, whether it's been going door to door, delivering literature, those who are going to start making phone calls. If you have yard signs out front, that's a huge help too. Both Matt and I brought more yard signs, so please take them off our hands. Also, a great big thank you if you have either donated to the campaign or have attended one of my fundraisers to donate. We've had 4. And I think, if I do say so myself, they've been a lot of fun. So we're doing well. Chuck mentioned experience, which I wasn't going to touch on, but since he mentioned it, I will. I have been involved in politics, as you all have, for the last 10 years of my life. I am the president of the Menor 912 Project, and through that I have helped to educate 300 to 400 people, specifically with the forum on NEOSCC that I helped put on in September. I am the candidate who will help defend us against the NDAA, against regionalism, and against illegal immigration. So. So I won't take up any more of your time, but again, thank you guys so much for your help and your support, and please tell everybody you know to vote for me on May 6th.
You don't have to ask a politician a second time to come and speak.
That's right.
So Please welcome Matt Lynch.